Welcome back to the wrap-up show for Who Would Win Masters. Today we're breaking down the aftermath of our latest battle. We're opening the vote totals, diving into your takes and comments and reviews pulled from the Discord and the podcast homepage and elsewhere to see how things really played out. I am Sam Proof on all of the socials, and when we asked you who would win, Boba Fett versus Teela, the decision didn't end with me, didn't end with the episode. It went straight to the community, and y'all had a lot to say, and we're going to take a look at that. Of course, repping Teela and joining us again is the wonderful and definitely not a lawyer, Eve Esquire. Welcome back. How are you tonight?
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks
Doing
for
wonderful.
joining us. Excellent.
Can't wait. I put my hair up in a little bit Teela more way. Because the last episode, I probably had the best hair day of my life. And I'm like, I can't.
You
I'm never gonna
hold a candle to it.
We'll never have that recipe again. Oh no.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, we'll just thank God it's an audio podcast for most people. There will be video clips available, though.
Nah.
Sorry.
No. And what video clips? I'm so happy to have it immortalized that I thought the Care Bears movie was art.
Right.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Well, and of course, joining us today, another person who, I'm sorry, has his camera on. It is Ray Stakanis. Ray, welcome back.
You know, I had to go to a different computer to start doing all my recording on. I did it on my old laptop that was very strong when I bought it, but there's a fan in it that just is going.
It's too loud.
Like constantly, and it's super loud, and you can't record with something doing that right next to your microphone. So now you get the wide view of my palace, which I think for the people seeing it at home is probably very upsetting. But for my ADHD brain, it's beautiful. I know where everything is.
Fantastic. And of course, you don't just have to be at home. You could be behind the scenes hanging out with us right now, like Lord Snurts, who is in the chat. And all you have to do is join us on the Patreon for the low, low price of free. Yeah. And you could join the live wrap-ups in the future at patreon.com/whowouldwinmasters. Hello, Lord Snurts. Welcome and howdy to you as well. Thanks for joining us. I guess we're just going to get into it. Should we just do some reviews?
Yeah, look, we talked all about this exciting matchup. Boba Fett versus Teela. You know, the new Masters of the Universe movie is coming out, this week? Next week? It's coming out very, very soon as we record this. And keep it real, Boba Fett and Star Wars are always relevant pretty much all the time. Always. So I really like the dimensional crossovers of this matchup. We're going to do more and more kind of up-to-the-minute kind of battles. You'll see what we're talking about later. Well, you probably won't because, you'll see. Eventually you will see what I'm talking about with that. We want to kind of theme the characters we're choosing based on what's coming out. It's the thing we've always tried to do. We're going to be better at it.
And the Mandalorian and Grogu movie did just come out. So that's close enough.
I knew there was a good reason.
Clones be clones, right? I mean,
clones be cloning.
It's not, whatever.
Boba Fett is like florals for spring. It's groundbreaking.
That's right.
Right. As long as he doesn't wear white after Labor Day. Is that what it is? I don't know. Yeah.
It's a whole deal. But we did get one new review in, which, you know, Sam, I mean, look.
I'll start it off then. Yeah.
Please do.
This comes to us from Dark Frog 78. I had to practice several times to not say Dark Fog 78, which might be a better name. We'll see. It's titled Your Geek Culture Destination. I like that. Feels like nothing but 5 stars coming ahead, which it had to be to get read on the podcast. So there you go. I'm a longtime listener and finally decided to rate and review. Thank you. Ray is a national treasure as he fires on all cylinders, producing puns, factoids, and delivering a masterclass in geek battle debate. Sam, hey, that's me, brings in more fun to help as he helps. Wait, let me do that again. I sidetracked myself.
What happened there?
I don't know.
Enunciate yourself, Sam.
I added flavor, and then I made everything this person's about to say to me about me that was nice thrown out the window because I was there. I was part of it. Sam brings in more fun, too, as he helps moderate, brings his decisions to the table. See, there's commas in here that don't work for me. And ensures that we all get the best sponsors for each battle. That's true. That is accurate. It's a very, very demanding process.
You work hard to get those sponsors.
Yeah. Wait till you see next week. It's fantastic. With a revolving door of entertaining guests who attempt to conquer the almighty Rey, a fresh perspective arrives each battle, not to be missed. Keep it up, guys. I hope to enjoy Who Would Win Masters for a long, long time to come. Thanks for all you do, Ray, Sam, and all who make this amazing show. Hashtag Ray was right. Hashtag Rainiac for life. Hashtag Sam's decision song. Can't say that word out loud. My tongue doesn't do it. Hashtag full email song for the win. Well, you had me up until the very end. You lost.
I mean, I like them all right there. I think that's all pretty great. And thank you very much, Dark Frog 78.
Yes,
we appreciate you listening. And for the people at home, I mean, that was obviously a very knowledgeable listener right there. He filled in so many good references in that, and I appreciated it.
Let's see, he covered Ray was right. He covered that Ray is amazing, and he covered that Ray's a genius. So yeah, all the bases.
He hit all the bases. Yeah, I mean, look,
I think
nothing
he sent
missed.
me brownies in the mail earlier, so I mean, we're good.
I probably wouldn't eat those. But the point I'm trying to make is, you at home, if you have not reviewed the show on Apple Podcasts or elsewhere, get on and do it. Dark Frog 78 just took care of us, and we love getting the new reviews. We're not that many far away from new reviews. I believe it's single digits if we either get there in new reviews or we get there in Patreon members, even the free ones. It's now down to single digits to get to the numbers that I wanted in order to show off Low Rollers, which is the no-budget comedy movie about the underground world of competitive marbles that I was in, dear Lord, something like 16 years ago.
Wow.
And I have one of the very few copies of it, and I want to show people the movie. Y'all got to be there with me.
Is it on a VHS tape? Or
it is on a DVD for the kids at home who know.
Okay.
So I will be able to play it with my DVD.
Not a
mini
disc?
DVD. No,
right.
It's a full movie. And there's a lot of joy to be had with it. Let me just say that. But we need the people.
And at the very end is somebody's improv rehearsal that got taped over.
That's right.
It's actually just a loop of Zip Zap Zop. It's
and before that was an episode of Murphy Brown. So it's just that's what happens.
That's hard because the syndication rights are terrible because of the music.
The new version or the old version?
Definitely the old version. This is a VHS tape, Sam.
That's too bad. Yeah, that's too bad.
New version was great. Partially written by TV's Gina Ippolito, friend of the show.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
That's what's up. Anyway, we got some. Oh, we got it here. We have some results, and I know that you people at home love to catch the results. So, Sam, I'm going to get the media ready. All
right. So, as always, we're going to do two polls. The first one. This comes from the Mortalverse Discord. This is the unofficial poll. This poll is taken before people even know who's representing what character. It's just a, sort of what's in the zeitgeist flavor of the month, feel. So take that with a grain of salt, but we will reveal the Mortalverse poll first. And whenever we get that drum roll.
Yeah, here we go. I think I found it. They Riverside once again moved everything around again.
Yep.
So thank you, Riverside. I love you. Here we go.
With 83% to 17%, the winner of the Mortalverse poll is Teela.
How about that?
Wow.
Look at that.
All
right.
Now, for the
83%.
enough of that.
It's almost a B plus.
That's very good.
For the record, that was before the battle actually happened.
We
announced the battle. Mortalverse says snap decision, just off the top of your head. No research. Who do you think wins this battle? And Teela, heavy favorite.
Yeah.
Coming into it. So, Eve, the mojo was on your side. I don't know why I announced it like that. That was crazy.
Well, what happened?
What happened? You know what? We're going to get into a lot of comments, and I think people have thoughts on what happened.
See, this is fun for me because I've never had to live with the repercussions of my actions before on the show.
Man,
wow.
Eve, this might be a dark time for you then. We're here to be strong together.
I work in corporate. Do your worst.
All right.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, that sounds like it's time for the results of the official Patreon poll at this point. With 88% to 12%, the winner of the official poll is Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Full reversal.
Wow. That's higher than I thought it was going to be. I'll say that.
It is. That is pretty substantial. I
Right
think
there.
Ray
Eve,
made some fake accounts. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. He
I
didn't.
created
I
myself
vetted,
17
I saw
new
it, did
Patreon
not-
accounts.
Didn't
It's
happen.
Never been easier.
Well, if I did that, I'd be able to show the movie. Let me say that. Without the single
That's
digits,
true, too.
everybody.
was
I
gonna say-
feel good about the poll. I feel like I did think it was going to be a bit closer than it was, but the people were definitely connecting with my arguments in this one. And maybe Eve's arguments not as much.
And
We
maybe
definitely have some comments about it.
You
maybe
can't beat the
Revolution.
cool factor. I think
The
I think
Revolution and
it's,
maybe not connecting with people,
could be,
which is a
It's
shame
true.
because it's a really good successor to the show.
I
Solid.
liked it a lot.
It's not like the second reboot of He-Man that was in the future and everything was weird and like
Oh, that
Teela
was-
had blonde hair.
Yeah.
It's like, that's not He-Man.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everyone needs to go out and watch that for sure, and then come back and think about what they've done.
Yeah, go stand in the corner and watch the new He-Man.
But
We'll
still,
have to-
go and see the movie as well.
Yeah, we'll
Apparently,
have to
it's
see the
testing
movie.
very well, and people are
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
liking it so far. But
I have
that's
my,
just what I heard.
Yeah, I got to go to a pop-up like press junket thingy. It wasn't
Ooh.
a press junket, but it was like an immersive experience. That's what it was, down at one of the studio lots in Hollywood. I got to follow around an influencer and take pictures of her having a lot of fun. And but the visuals that they had there were pretty awesome. And I do have to say, they had a Battle Cat rodeo bull.
Yeah, I've seen
which
that one.
That's the coolest thing ever.
That is
Yes!
really cool.
Because like every once in a while you'll see one of those like drop a quarter in and you can ride the
Yeah.
Battle Cat back and forth. It's my dream to have one of
Well,
those.
it's more like one of
Love
these
that.
And
guys.
live on the third floor of an apartment, of course.
Well,
Yeah.
let me ask you, Sam, how is
Yeah.
Roseanne doing these days?
Mm,
I assume that was the influencer that you were
no,
following
yeah,
around.
No, that's inaccurate.
Oh, are you
Uh,
allowed to say who it was?
I don't know if I am. I didn't sign a non-disclosure, but it's also
their
kind of
problem,
like, you know, I'm gonna
Laundry
hold off
time.
on that. It was my first gig with this particular person,
Well, all right.
so I'm gonna wait until this either evolves into a more regular thing or crashes and burns, and then I'll let you know.
I guess we'll
Nice.
tell Megan Kelly I said hi.
It's no.
No, I'm shooting in the dark.
All right.
Figure we might get there. To be fair, it's probably somebody I've never heard of before.
Yeah, I
Let's
was
just
gonna
keep it real.
say they're by those standards relatively small.
Influencer famous.
But that's
Right.
the thing is, if they're an influencer and they're going to see Masters of the Universe and they had a good time, chances are pretty decent that they're cool, and I should know about them if I don't.
Sure.
We have
I
a
mean,
chance to make this influencer famous right now, Sam Proof.
I think they're doing all right.
Oh, all right,
They
fair
just-
enough.
They just flew out to Tokyo and Nepal. I think it was
Nope,
one of
that's
those.
it. Here we go.
They-
Here we go.
The guys
We're
got flown
Googling.
out to halfway across the world to do a
You know-
thing. So I think she's doing fine.
It's true, though, that once you spend an entire afternoon hanging out with Sam Proof, it makes you want to leave the country.
That
What
is
is
that's the
happening?
thing. It was
What
like
is going on
literally
with that?
later that day. She was like, "Well, that's it. I got to get out of the studio and out of this state."
Hey, I mean, you know what? More power to her. There are many days I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
Just jump on a plane, hop to Nepal, just for fun. That is something to say. But don't you hop off to Nepal, because we'll be right
Holy
back
moly! All right.
after these messages.
And we're back. Snurts over in the chat says that Netflix He-Man show was fantastic. I hope the movie is good.
Yes.
Yeah,
We
agreed.
did talk about this
yeah.
over on my other show, Knowing is Half the Podcast. We did all, I believe, 10 episodes of Masters
wow.
of the Universe Revelation. And I will say for that team, I am the one who enjoyed it the most.
All right.
And that's where I'll leave it. They didn't see it. They didn't see it the same way I saw it. And that disappointed me. But you know what? It happens.
Really?
They made you love Roboto.
Yes.
What more?
100%. I thought there were some really cool takes on some characters. You know, we've talked about it to death, but the idea of a He-Man property that removes He-Man and Skeletor in like the first episode and then makes you take a journey with Teela, like
Right.
that's inspired. That's fun.
Also, you know what? William Shatner. We did it.
Yeah, we did it. We did it, everybody. We are wrong. Oh, there we go. And according to Lord Snurts, it was good, Ray. Gina and Chan were wrong. Yeah, suck it, nerds.
Yeah.
Take that, other podcast.
Take that, people I will still be talking to soon enough. But there's that right there. We have some comments, and this is where the meat of this show really happens. I'll lead us off today. And Eve, I'd love to get your reaction on some of these. Not all of them. No, okay.
I'll see if I can open my mouth.
Here we go. Forbidden Mob leads us off, and he says, "What a bout." First off, Eve, thank you for coming on the show. That was very fun and entertaining. Ray is one of the greatest debaters in all of podcasting. I didn't pay him to say that. But you stepped up, which is more than most. Coming into this one, I thought Teela had it. But Ray built such a case for Boba Fett that it's full proof. Teela wouldn't get to use her most powerful version since it's only in one episode. Sure, she might be stronger, but Boba has a wide array of deadlier, ranged, and superb skills to use them like a pro. He can fly, Teela can't. With his ranged weapons, that's a huge advantage. Boba's armor makes him far more durable, and that Orko point, where Orko defeated Scareglow, only hurt Eve's case. Orko is comic relief and kind of a joke. Wow. Take that, Orko. You're not getting respite here. What was that, Eve?
I mean, fair.
I mean, yeah.
Fair.
I mean, it's a true point. The point of Teela having a closer bond with her father, Man of War, didn't help much in my opinion, but I like the idea.
Deducted.
Wow. There it is in Man of War. Man at Arms, I think is what he meant to say. You know what? I just read them as they come, Eve. Don't judge me.
I'm not judging you. I'm judging him.
Okay, fair. But I like the idea of him being repped in a future episode of Man at Arms.
Sure.
I also think it'd be fair to have the Slave One in this fight. Ooh, it's a huge part of his kit. Wouldn't He-Man have Battle Cat? Wouldn't Ghost Rider have his motorcycle? Wouldn't the Silver Surfer have his surfboard? Yes, they would.
And wouldn't Teela have her... Oh, that's right. She doesn't have
shoes.
She has a crown.
Yeah. Well, he says Boba wins regardless. Sam called it, but it was a very fun episode. This season of Who Would Win Masters is going to be the hottest thing this summer. I can't wait to see what's next. Also join Patreon. It's free and has so much incredible must-see listen to content. Friends, I again did not pay him to say that.
Mob. Wow, yeah, that was a ringing endorsement.
Who Would Win Masters, the song of the summer.
Look at that.
That's right. I think we need more music about Who Would Win Masters. After the huge success of the Sam's Decision song and the long version of the email song, Eve, you'll get to hear that soon enough. I want your opinion on this.
I cannot wait. I may pitch some filk. I like this. Yeah, we have a lot of wonderful music on the show. Thank you, everybody. And I think we need more. We need excuses to have more music added. So if you can think of any points in the show where we should have more music, let us know. We'll work to make some.
I mean, we could have a, one of those after these messages, we'll be right back kind of stingers.
It could, but I'll tell you, I think people really like the music stings that we do. Like we took those away and replaced them with something that felt a little bit more epic, and everyone hated it. Oh. And I felt bad because, I'd gotten both sets of music made and I liked both. But my goodness, did they turn on that second choice for music? That's why we're back to season 3 of old Who Would Win music, everybody. I still own it. That's one of the things I do own, and I'm going to keep on using it.
You know what I'm going to pitch? You know what I'm going to pitch? I'm going to pitch The World Where Ray Was Wrong.
Whoa.
And that's the song.
Whoa. Eve,
it's not true. It's not true.
You throw me up some lyrics, we can make a spooky, scary anthem to it.
It's a deal. It's a deal.
Maybe we need a song to replace Sam reading the rules of Who Would Win. Maybe we need a song.
That, yeah.
Yeah, is that right? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Well, a song.
Oh man, I'm going to effort that. And we'll see what happens.
Well, maybe put it out there as when the Patreon hits another milestone.
Let me ask this question of the people at home, and please hit us up on Patreon, Discord, wherever. If we were, and I'm going to ask the people of Instagram this too, if we were to make a new song of the rules of Who Would Win in song form, what style of music should that be? Is there a band we should be sort of aping? Is there do you want to hear a heavy metal version? Do you want to hear a Skrillex version? Do you want a Garth Brooks version?
No,
I don't know.
Skrillex.
Do you want an achy breaky heart version?
Little Bob Dylan kind of thing, maybe.
You know what? It would really lend itself. Yeah.
Come on, you
Gordon Lightfoot.
Any kind of 70s folk, 60s folk. I think we're here for it.
Some rules before we should start the show, just to lay ground rules so all will know. Come on, Gordon Lightfoot, it would work.
I mean, there it is. Edmund Fitzgerald. Let's go, everybody. Snert says acoustic guitar, but isn't that what the email song is, right? Am I crazy? He also says banjo. Maybe we get some old Steve Martin working.
Just get Steve Martin. I'm sure he's not doing much.
Steve Martin is working on season 19 of Only Murders in the Building. And it's still delightful. Anybody says otherwise is lying to you. Anyway, let's get on with more comments. I sidetracked this way too far, but I do want to hear from the people at home. What type of music should the rules of Who Would Win Masters go with? That's what I want to know.
Okay. Next up, Ollie Lowe. Welcome back, Ollie. Says, part of me feels like this wasn't even close. Boba's dirty tactics, equipment, and the ability to summon Slave One makes this an unfair fight. I think the ship is fair game. He's very heavily associated with the ship, and I'm sure it came packaged with him at some point. I know you can get Lego models of the ship with Boba, so that counts, right? I shouldn't give Rey ideas, should I? I don't think Eve spent enough time countering Rey's points, and it cost her badly. And those are both fair. Yeah, those are both fair points. And second person to say the Slave One is fair game. So yeah, I suppose it seems
it didn't feel fair to me, Sam. I'll say that. I mean, if Teela had a ship of some kind, maybe.
Right.
This is my lack. I don't have transport. It's like, I'm sorry. She transmorphed into a Tri-Sorceress at the end. She could fly. She had wings. She had the whole thing at the end when it doesn't count.
I mean, that's fair. And even this is your first time.
A horse.
This is your first time as a debater on the show. You've been a judge many times before. Is there anything that I want to ask this question as a first timer? Was there anything unexpected? Is there anything like you thought afterwards? Oh, maybe I could have done that differently. To come back for a second time for our big Jango Fett versus Man at Arms rematch. What lessons will you take from this episode to come back and try again?
Well, number one, I'm training Rocky 3 style. So I'm like, running in the ice, basic stuff. I realize my big downfall is like Boba Fett just likes blowing stuff up, rather, for the family prince
version. Fixing that later.
Yep.
He likes blowing stuff up. Teela doesn't. Teela has too much honor, and sometimes honor doesn't work. So what I need to figure out is taking these honorable characters like Duncan and finding out, where does his morality skew? What are those little places where it's like, all bets are off. Duncan's mad. We're going to do it.
You're welcome to switch roles if you want to. And if you wanted to take Jango Fett and give me Man at Arms, I would happily take that.
No.
I had a feeling that's what you would say.
No. Duncan is like a combination of Tom Selleck and Man at Arms. I don't know why that works, but it works.
I mean, here's the deal. I'm here for it. Like he is. That is one of top five fictional mustaches. Might be.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking the Pringles guy, obviously.
Yes, Julius.
Yeah.
Who else do we have in the iconic mustache Hall of Fame?
Fictional? Has to be fictional?
I would say fictional. Yeah, characters.
Monopoly Man.
The Monopoly Man, obviously. Right there with the Pringles guy as far as cultural impact goes.
That's right, Snerts. On it.
Is that Whipley Snidelash? Is that what that guy's name is?
Snidely Whiplash, yeah.
No, if you can't remember the name, it doesn't count.
Look, I was 6.
Snidely Whiplash. I like that. Well, here we go. I'm gonna leave that open right there. Ned Flanders. That could be.
That is a powerful mustache.
Interesting.
He would make a good Man at Arms. That would be a good Man at Arms.
John Shanks up in here, and he has a good comment. He says, "I think this is a close one, especially if we're factoring in the Revelations canon showcasing Teela's toughness and fighting ability, which I don't think really came across in the original Filmation cartoons." I agree. I very much doubt that she would fall for a dirty trick like the thermal detonator drop, but the jetpack flying distance and ranged attacks definitely has tipped the scales in Boba's favor. So there you go. That's why you need a grappling hook sometimes, right, Sam Proof?
That's not it. Yeah, I don't.
Got to help close that distance.
Maybe in that case she would. If she had that grappling hook, she could pull it off.
She was good with the grappling hook.
See? There it is. Sam's favorite argument is grappling hooks. That's what he'll tell you.
I hate it.
Okay, now I'm really mad about this transport thing because, like, even Catra came with like a pink panther with diamond eyes, and I own Entrapta the Swan from the She-Ra series. It's beautiful. It's huge. No, you know what? I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Why didn't Teela have a steed? That just makes sense. They were giving everybody steeds. Bo got a steed. Bo, the token boy, got a steed.
I mean, justice for Teela, hashtag.
I think so. Not even a pony. Like a robo pony.
Get Teela a robo pony right now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This all sells to
Man
me.
at Arms, like, we couldn't get you a pony, but I made you a robo pony.
There you go. I mean,
Lost canon.
And its face should switch. Anyway,
Yeah,
Cam
of course.
Sully. Cam Sully says, "What are we doing here? Don't bring a sword to a laser gun fight. Perhaps they were confusing the fierceness of Sarah Michelle Gellar with the character's might." Question
Well,
mark.
I don't think there's any confusing there. I think Sarah Michelle
I'm confused
Gellar
now, yeah.
really did.
Yeah.
She embodied that character very well.
No shade. Actually, plenty of shade on Melissa Benoist, but like, first season, Sarah Michelle Gellar, I'm like, yes, this is my show. This is everything. And then it was like, okay, Sarah Michelle Gellar could have played a snake goddess. I'm just saying, she could have played it.
She's very talented.
Yeah, she can do no wrong.
And we got next up, we got Lena Liddy, which we'll get to in a sec. Ray won this far too easily. It felt like Eve was struggling to fill out her 3 minutes and was padding excessively, which hurt her way too much when it came time to making points and defending against Ray. Still, it is nice to have a guest come on and not keep talking after the buzzer has gone. Very nice. And she says, it's pronounced Lena, by the way. So we do have an official answer to that question we were asking a couple weeks ago. And it's only because I played The Altars, which my game of the year 2025, The Altars. I love it so much. I played through it a second time, relatively recently. And his ex-wife in that game is named Lena, spelled Lena, same as you, Lena. And so, it did throw me for a loop. Had I never played The Altars, I would have said Lena the entire way. But I'm glad you corrected us, and I'm glad to get it right, and we will get it right going forward.
I would have said Lena. I'm just saying that off the top of my head. But yeah, I mean, I will say, my strongest point in judging and in debating isn't physical tactileness. It is emotional. It is psychological. As I once made the brutal call in favor of Conan over Lionel because he was an accountant, and accountant means maturity. So, and I think that was brought up, actually, because it was like, did I bring that? No, somebody else brought it up. It's like, yep, Shane.
That's true.
Nailed it. And it is. And I just think, because like Teela comes from two different parts. Like in the original Filmation, she was much more hot-headed. But whereas in Revolution, she became way more mature. And like, that's where I think kind of comes in. And to my point, in emotionality, yeah, she would definitely stomp Boba Fett on that, because Boba Fett has a lot of issues. Obviously, if he's going to get thrown into that Sarlacc pit because of some stupid thing, like somebody bumped him into there, that's not keeping her eyes on the prize.
I mean, it's true. Where was your jetpack then? I mean, what's going on here?
Right.
You had to crawl out of that thing?
I think he had to blast his way out the side, according to the fan fiction. I don't remember now, but I do remember thinking I didn't love that story when it was in the Legends fan fiction. And then when it kind of got canonized, although most of the rest of it, like 98%, did not get canonized, but that was the one thing that they pulled out. I'm like, all right, I guess if I have to accept something, it's much better than Chewbacca dying because he was on a planet that got hit by a moon. A moon crashed into a planet on the spot Chewbacca was standing. Like, Chewbacca, you got to run a little bit sometimes, my brother. Like, no, I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they didn't adopt
a little
that.
step to the side, maybe.
We have a stuffed Life Day Chewbacca, so I cannot hear these things.
I'm a big fan of the character. Me and Chewie, we go way back. I mean, no disrespect. I felt like he got done dirty in the fan fiction Legend series.
Yeah, that sounds it.
I'm also ashamed. I drive a car that is, my other car is a slave trader. And it is my partner Miranda's. She also has personalized plates that kind of say the Mirandalorian.
That's pretty good, though. That's pretty strong.
We have the dice in there. So it's very much a Star Wars car. And then I always have old men come up to me and say, what does that say? Do you even know what that is? I'm like, no, it's my girlfriend's.
And they're like, wait, what? Right,
and then the Benny Hill music starts playing,
right.
and everyone just has to start
just
running.
run around in
it's
circles. It's great. Yeah, it's fantastic.
very upsetting.
Okay. Lord Snurts, who is in the chat with us, who, by the way, I don't know if we read this, Giant Eagle, I think, for the steed.
Yeah.
Hey, that feels good.
It's not bad. Teela and a Giant Eagle actually makes a ton of sense to me.
Oh, yeah.
That seems worthy.
Even
for
better,
sure.
a mechanical Giant Eagle. Let's do it.
That's right. All right. In the comment form said, Ray was on fire this episode and earned the win. Eve is one of my favorite guests on this fine show, and knowing is half the podcast. I hope she comes back for a rematch. To Monday Morning Quarterback, she spent a lot of time recapping the events of Revelation and not enough countering Ray's points or highlighting Boba's weaknesses. Yeah, that's a fair
very
observation.
True.
Yeah,
very.
That's fair. Look, I mean, we can break it down after the. It's tough when you get in the chair. I mean, look, there's a lot of folks who listen to this show who greatly enjoy the show, who I'm sure would dread the idea of sitting in the chair opposite from me. It does. It takes a lot of something to step up like that and put yourself out there. And that's no disrespect to anybody. It's not for everybody, right? I mean, and that's fine. We all have different personalities, and that's okay too. So for Eve to come on out and then challenge me the way she did, and then people are pointing out a couple ways, or maybe it could have been tightened up a little bit, but that's okay. We're all here to live and learn, everybody.
You know what? The thing I was really afraid about, like, I have no problem telling Ray he's wrong. I've done that so many times. But like, it's fine. The thing is, it's just like, you look up, you do your research on a Filmation character, any Filmation character, even He-Man. You're like, oh, hey, yeah, that's great. Okay, that was pretty brief, succinct. All right, let's look up this Boba Fett guy. Too much. Also, are we accepting comic book canon? What are the shows? Because these were featured on the show. Are we counting droids? Which, by the way,
now there's a poll.
Wow.
Yeah,
that had killer bumper music. That chef's kiss.
I mean, we got to steal some droids music. That's all true.
Fair.
We'll tell you what we got here. What was it? Matthew Dawson. Hi, Matthew Dawson. He says, when I vote for the guest, I'm told I'm too harsh on Ray. And when I vote for Ray, I'm told I'm too harsh on the guest. So this week, I'll just let my vote speak for itself. Perhaps the next battle, I'll be kinder to everyone. Don't do that, Matthew Dawson. We need your killer instinct on this show. 100%.
Okay. We're just going to let it go with that. All right, that's fair.
I'm biting back Dawson's Creek rebuttals, because I'm sure he's gotten a lot of that, and I want to be nice.
Probably.
That is a question for Matthew Dawson that I don't think I've asked him before. Is there a creek on your property? Because I feel like there should be.
That's true.
Even a man-made one would make a lot of sense to me.
I mean,
also,
he's
probably too young to even know what we're talking about right now, but surely he's heard the reference.
I'm sure, yes. He has probably had that been said to him at some point and been like, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Gotta eat this Subwich sandwich. What? All right.
Subwich?
Lord
He's
Moxford.
got to eat some Hungry Howie's pizza, and he's got to have himself some Jets bread, and absolutely. And he's got to go to Little Caesars Arena and watch the Red Wings play. Like that's what you do. It's a Michigan man right there.
Shout out to the sidetrack. Lord Moxford, Dr. Lord Moxford, PhD. Is this a different Moxford? Is this how we normally
the same
sign
Moxford,
things?
But it depends on which. This one came off of the Discord. This came off specifically the Mortalverse Discord.
I see.
And I didn't see a comment for him crossing over, so I grabbed this one to make sure that these thoughts were represented. Because it does need to be said.
All right. He says, well, now that this issue is out in the open for discussion, I have always thought Boba Fett was overrated.
Wow.
Fighting words.
Hot take.
For me, Ray put the Fett back in. I'm fed up with hearing about this bounty hunter. End quote.
So there you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lord Moxford.
Also,
fire.
Fun fact, as I'm getting my AI certification in this world, I did run this battle through AI. And I think my AI, because me and my AI are actually pretty close. My AI, I call him Gator because we use Copilot. Like one time even saying to me, end of the road, all in emojis, spontaneous moment. I'm like, I'm doing a good job at what I'm doing. Gator just basically says like, no, you're not going to win this.
Really?
Yes. AI told me I wasn't going to win. And I'm like, well, here I am. Thanks, Gator.
Bring the heat anyway. I think that Gator should have had more confidence in you. I didn't let Gator know I said that.
Gator knows that I'm great at my job, but I don't think he thinks I'm great at choosing opponents. He's like, did you choose this fight? I'm like, no, not really. I chose Teela, and he's like, okay.
Sorry, we had to be fair, and no, I mean to be fair, we did have a list of characters, and I believe I sent you 5 options to pull back the curtain a little bit, and then so I mean you did pick Boba Fett from that list, which
I did.
And I gave you 5 characters I thought all had a decent chance, and you look at the Mortalverse poll, you know they seem to have Teela as the heavy favorite coming in.
Yeah.
So
but I think it's because she was hot-headed, and I think that's where they would have been more evenly matched because Boba Fett's kind of a hothead himself.
It's true.
You don't look at him as like, you know what? That's a man who has a mortgage.
No, I mean to be fair, again, he had to be warned not to disintegrate this one, and that does speak to somebody who doesn't practice patience.
Yeah, and I was thinking, it was like, Teela would throw a bomb at somebody and run away. She's not above that. She has the ability. She has the access. Now, would she steal Swift Wind to do it? Probably. She'd be like, you got a flying unicorn, Shira, bring it over.
I need it. Hold on. I got this bounty hunter.
Oh, Teela would definitely do that.
Fair. Well, here's the deal. I got one more comment today. One more comment, and it says, it's from Guardian. Guardian, we put you batting last, so we know you're going to bring it home. He says, great episode and another really fun matchup. I do think Boba Fett takes this, but it's definitely not an easy victory. Teela is stronger, faster, and in an unarmed fist fight, she'd probably win. But Boba Fett has more than enough experience capturing larger foes and all the tech needed to get the job done. Victory by incapacitation. And that is all the comments that we have.
Also, we're forgetting that he probably has an opioid addiction somehow. Or whatever the Star Wars version is.
That's probably true.
Now, to be fair, it is a galaxy far, far away, a long, long time ago. You telling me they still have opioids, an opioid epidemic in the world of Star Wars?
Opidroids.
Opidroids.
Wow. Picture it. It's a divey bar on Life Day. Everybody's home with their families, but not this bounty hunter. He slings up with the other dregs of society, and he orders the stiffest drink in the galaxy.
Is it a pan-galactic gargle blaster?
I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, it'd have to be. You know, I'm really mad at myself. I'm going to say right now, when I worked as a bartender, and this was many lives ago, I was much younger, had much better hair back then. I found and kind of tweaked a recipe for a pan-galactic gargle blaster.
Really?
And it involved, I don't remember all the ingredients, so I don't remember exactly how to make it again. I might have to try to do a deep dive. I know it had like a tiny blast of peach schnapps and blue curacao to make it that color. But also there was, I think Midori was a little bit of Midori in there with a baseline of vodka, like flavored vodka, like a citron or a mandarin, with maybe orange juice in there to kind of like blend it out. Maybe that was the drink.
That sounds really good. I think I could drink 3 of those and say, I'm fine, and then hit the floor immediately.
I have done that. And yeah, that was my special drink I would run. People say, what do you want to make? I say, well, I have a specialty drink if you want to try it. And they would try it, and I always got a good review. So people really did like that one, even if they weren't nerdy as heck like the rest of us are.
All right.
So, for those of you of appropriate drinking age, appropriately enough, I'll try to figure this out because it was very tasty. So anyway, that's our thing right there. But make sure you're of age, everybody. Following rules is cool, kids.
Be cool. Follow the rules.
Follow the rules. I don't want to hear about any of that other stuff.
Not like Boba Fett did in this whole episode, which is why he won. Which is why he won.
Look,
because he follows no one's rules.
Cheaters do win. Mavericks do win sometimes.
That's fair.
And you know what? It is something that happens in life, and we're all better for it, I guess. Don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, here's an ad break.
All right, we're back from that ad, and we'll go straight into the email song. What do you want to set this up, Ray?
Well, I think we are going straight into the email song.
Right.
So
you guys have built this up.
And let me tell you right now, for the people at home, I intended every step of the way to make the short version of the email song the official one because I understand. people don't always want to sit through an entire email song, but you should. We're teaching patience to our audience as we do this. And because somebody in the comments and everything else, if you mention the long version of the email song in your review, in your comment, if I see it anywhere, I promise to run the long version of the email song on that episode of the wrap up. And if people don't want it, I won't do it. That's the official rules going forward. Anyway,
this is Ray Burlesque.
Basically, yes. And I want everybody to be comfortable. So here we go with the email song. Truly magical as always.
I think so. Not playing at Freedom 250 though.
No, actually, the email song guy has backed out of the Freedom 250
officially
conference. Yeah,
just announced on Instagram. So,
yep. I can't believe we didn't make that meme. Honestly, Sam, what are we doing? we need Eve around way more often. That's what I'm trying to say.
Fair enough.
There it is. Well, I have an email from Luke, who has now. Luke did write an email for 2 weeks ago, but he unfortunately got it in like the day after we recorded the wrap-up episode, so I was not able to get it in time. He had a few thoughts on Godzilla versus Ultraman, enjoyed the battle, etc. I do have a brand new email from him here, and it says, Dear Sam, it's to you. I do have a minor suggestion for you, and taking it is, of course, completely your choice. Could you please surprise the audience and Ray by actually parodying "This is Sting" the way Ray originally wanted a month or two when he was asking you to write "This is Ray"? If you remember that bit, that didn't go well a while ago. Also, even though I have been, you know what? I didn't explain it ahead of time. Sam didn't know the reference, and the whole thing it fell apart.
Is this too much like real life now, Ray? He didn't get the reference. I felt like I set him up, and he just.
So you know what? Sometimes it happens. You can't assume everybody in the room knows all of your wrestling references.
Yeah. No,
in this particular case,
in a Russian gulag, so I missed that period.
And I knew that about Sam, and I should have here's the deal. If you have a bit that you're specifically trying to set up, you can't keep your partners in the dark. You gotta let them know what's going on so they can play along. And it's on you if they don't get it. So
that's where the magic happens.
I take responsibility for that. Anyway.
That is Improv 101. Come on.
That is. We do our best, Also, even though I have been busy with other matters, I did manage to come up with a new set of intro jokes.
Excellent.
So we have a couple of these from Luke. He says, representing Marvel Comics, the coolest thing born from the secret of the ooze, besides turtles, it's Venom.
Huh?
There you go. And representing Fox, the most hilarious man with the last name Griffin since Nick, Peter Griffin. I think we go Eddie Griffin there. I don't know who Nick Griffin is. I would go with Eddie Griffin personally. That guy is very funny. But I feel you right there, Luke. And we got one more. It says, representing Microsoft Studios and 343 Industries, the Spartan who always finds a way to keep victory in reach, even though that planet already fell, Master Chief. I don't know my Halo lore well enough to... Speaking of references, and representing Marvel Comics, the hero who went through changes in his life that led to becoming a radically different man than he was before, starkly so, Iron Man. There you go.
I got a little giggle out of that one, sure, yeah.
Feel free to share these jokes with Ray and the others if you like. We did. Thank you. More ideas to come, and I hope you and the others are doing well. Well, we're doing great, Luke. Thanks for being a part of the show.
Yeah. Now, I did actually reply to this email to Luke, and now I will do that same reply to everyone else.
Yes.
And so what Luke is just kind of grabs characters out of the ether in hopes that they might show up on future episodes and writes those jokes, and that's great. And maybe we'll remember these jokes exist should we ever get these characters on. But if you want to write jokes for characters that you know are coming on, we always, at the end of the wrap-up, almost every time, reveal what the next battle is, and sometimes even ahead of time, you'll find those up on the Discord. So that is a great place to go as well to drop these kind of things. Also, much easier to me to find these jokes on the Discord because I can be like, someone write a joke about Iron Man. I want to take that up. Trying to search my email.
I want to do my dream. I want to do my dream cast, like much like Motley Crue. She's all about girls, girls, girls. It's Mrs. Garrett from The Facts of Life.
Oh, there we go.
Like I don't know that we would ever have her on this.
No,
but that's a good one.
But if you do, I will be there because I don't know who you get. I don't even know if there's much market for a Mrs. Garrett face-off between somebody else. But if there is, we'll find it. I'll find it.
Mrs. Garrett versus Bub from My Three Sons. Perhaps we could get a classic old-timey TV battle working.
Or Sophie from Hell's Moving Castle.
There you go.
I think this is
now. I'm thinking of Alice from the Brady Bunch.
I don't think so. Her asexuality powers would be too strong.
Yeah.
Too strong.
I bet Alice could punch a skull, though. I'm just going to say, I'm going to put it out loud right now.
I'm seeing a lot of recent clips from a Brady sequel. She gets tied up way too fast there in the end.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, speaking of Discord, we do have some versus battle suggestions, and we got a few that we pulled from here, and we definitely want to get some feedback on these. I'll read the first one, and then we'll go back and forth, Sam. But the first one comes from Guardian, who we trusted to clean us up here. And he says, Android 18 versus Ultron. Battle of Robot versus Robot. Dragon Ball Z versus Marvel. This is a really tough battle. I think, personally, I would give it to Android 18. I am a big fan of the Cell Saga, the Red Ribbon Company, and all of that. But I don't know. What do y'all think?
Ultron's a talker. If you're a talker, it's over.
That's fair.
And also, I'm repping up my robots up there, so.
Well, very nice. I see Tom Servo.
Yeah, I also have a couple of other robots up there. I have an old-fashioned kind of. I got something from Japan up there that's old and very expensive. Apparently, that's why it's in my room.
Ooh, fancy.
Claim that guy. But yeah, I think like if you're James Spader, your goal is not to win; it's just to be memorable. That's your only job.
Yeah, if Ultron wins that movie, I think we have a different MCU.
Yeah, no, that's the joy of Vision Quest, is that he's coming back. Like, yes. I just want to see James Spader being James Spader. Also, not one Less Than Zero reference in that movie. I'm so mad. You have RDJ and James Spader. Just one is like, where's Jamie Gertz? I don't know.
We got multiple Pinocchio references, but not one Less Than Zero.
Nope.
MCU, my friends. Big fan of what you're doing, though. I am going to say that out loud. Very excited. I'm very excited. We haven't talked about this. The superhero movies. It's been a year since we've gotten any new superhero movies, and we're going to get one in June and one in July. And my belief is that both will be total bangers, and we're going to be back. Everybody, superhero movies will be back, and then set us up for a really exciting end of year where it's probably going to be even bigger.
Like, I mean, I know I just chat on. I know I just was not nice to Melissa Benoist, family friendly. That, not a fan of her Supergirl, but I am in for this new Supergirl. I'm so in.
Yes,
very excited for it.
It looks fantastic.
I loved her in House of the Dragon, and I think she's going to be phenomenal here.
Yeah, no, everything about it looks like an amazing property. So I'm excited for that to come out and see that.
And plus, we got X-Men 92 coming back.
That's right. I got to finish season 1 still. I know. Don't hit me. I know. I'm a big fan of it, too.
I had a moment where I thought I traveled back in time to 1995. Like, they start playing Ace of Base's Happy Nation. I'm like, this is a fanfic I wrote when I was 15. What's going on? Get out of my head.
It's great. And the voice cast is phenomenal. Good. We know some of them. They've been on the show. And we love them. We love them all. So anyway, what's our next Discord battle, Mr.
All
Sam
Proof? The next one we have comes to us from IT Phillips.
What's up, IT Phillips?
IT Phillips. Xenomorph versus Terminator, which that's on paper, that sounds great. It feels really close. And I assume we're going with the original, was it T-800?
It was a T-800 on the list. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're not doing liquid metal or any of that jazz, but I think it's a really strong battle, and like I feel like I want to give it to Terminator just because he can break some limbs real fast. I don't know.
I think it depends.
That Xenomorph's needy.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. What do you mean by that?
I mean, like, the xenomorph needs like a body, it needs to like procreate, it needs to insert themselves in everybody's business. The Terminator doesn't have business. You're still alive. That's its business. Boom,
Yeah.
dead. Move on.
See,
Right.
I would go back and forth because if the Terminator had like machine guns, doesn't that sort of just like step up right there? Because the alien would need to cross the ground, close the gap. But also the aliens got the speed, and I would worry that the Terminator's reaction speed isn't great. You can pretty much run up on him and beat him. It often doesn't do anything, but often you're not an alien, a xenomorph. And the xenomorph also has the acid blood, which if it melts,
That's true.
starship hulls, I think it could melt a Terminator too. I don't know.
You're right, because that is Earth-based metal. It's not like an alien metal at all.
Not at all. No, it is purely from the Earth. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
It's future
So
Earth, but
even
it
if it
counts.
started as a gun battle and then turned into a melee, the bleeding xenomorph would just use that to its advantage. Possibly. Snert says 1v1. I mean, I assume so.
I would assume so as well. Yeah.
Let's take a look. I'm going to drop in on the Discord. It does have the 1v1 tag, which, by the way, if you didn't know, when you go over to our Discord, we have a whole post-battle section. You can post your battle, and there's a variety of tags, 1v1, gauntlet, team versus team, things like that. So, yeah, in this case, it does already have the 1v1 tag on it. They made that choice.
Yeah. So I got another one here. We got a couple more to do. We got Ben J, who said, in this one, I had to read it twice. It says Simon Phoenix versus Demolition Man. But what he's referring to is Simon Phoenix, the Wesley Snipes character from the Demolition Man movie, and Demolition Man, who is a character from Marvel Comics.
Oh, okay. Yes, because when you read that out loud, I was like, I don't.
Yeah.
Like, I thought we saw that.
Like, isn't that what we did? Yeah, okay.
But will it be held at the Taco Bell Arena?
Guaranteed. Yes. Now, this is a character who came from the 80s. Demolition Man, if you find a picture of him, and one got posted in our Discord, he looks like a really weird combo like AI Wolverine. Amalgam ripoff of Daredevil and Wolverine.
Yeah.
Like pushed
without the
together.
Claws and like in his 50s, a little bit overweight.
Yeah. And he's
so
got
an
a
actual
mask.
Canadian version of Daredevil and Wolverine.
So according to this, Dennis Dunphy, great name, is a character originally appearing in 1985. He's a superhero known as Demolition Man. He possesses superhuman strength, stamina, durability, which he acquired through a drug provided by the Power Broker in an attempt to advance his football career. So he might have clashed with NFL Super Pro at some point. I'm
looking this up. I gotta look this up.
Yeah,
this guy's crazy.
Oh my God, you're right. He does look like.
All right, there you go.
He looks exactly like that.
Yes. I wasn't lying.
Oh my God, that's you know what? Right, you're right. You're right forever. Because that is the most accurate thing I've ever seen in my life.
It is a weird picture. I recommend people at home go check it out. He primarily associated with Captain America. He was Roger's partner somehow until he was presumed killed aboard an exploding Quinjet. And he later resurfaced and sided with Captain America in the Civil War storyline. So he's been around relatively recently. And also, Dennis Dunphy, the character, did appear in the MCU in the last year's Captain America Brave New World, played by William McCullough. I did not notice him. It must have been some sort of like a ref that just went over my head.
Aren't you guys so glad that you watched Brave New World now, right?
I'll be honest with you, I watched Brave New World like yesterday. It might have been 2 days ago. I watched Brave New World recently, and I'll be honest, I liked it. I liked it in theaters. This is a solid look. It's a solid for me, like 7 out of 10. And I thought it did some really good things. And, Marvel tends to not make anything much less than 7 out of 10 because the level of talent involved is usually far too high.
Does that include Sony?
Sony's not the MCU.
Okay. Because I'm just
Sony,
I think I discovered our disconnect is that I really enjoyed Madam Web. I really enjoyed it.
I was just about to say Madam Web is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Wow.
And I saw it in theaters.
Honestly, the pathos of being the person at the baby shower who could care less about being at the baby shower has never been portrayed more realistically.
I'll tell you, the thing about Madam Web is while it's not, it's probably a solid 2 out of 10. Like if I'm going to just like break it down, Did I enjoy it on a level much higher than, Craven, any of the Venoms? I haven't seen the Morbius, but I probably should. Yes, it's the most watchable because it takes a million risks and does things that are outlandish and absurd. And it's not afraid to just be weird and make no sense whatsoever. And constantly while watching the movie in the theater, I would just sit there and be like, what is even happening right now? What? And it made me feel things. And you know what? If a movie makes me feel things, then I gotta say I enjoyed it.
I gotta say, I watched it at a D-Box theater.
Ooh, nice.
And the point where her mother got kicked. Her mother, who was pregnant with her child, got kicked. You felt a kick in your back. And I'm like, was this necessary?
Oh, no.
That's pretty dark.
It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. I'm not here to relitigate Madam Web, but I will just say that definitely it's worth watching. That's what I would say. Trust me, it is so weird, and it goes off on insane tangents and has plot points that are pulled directly out of a hallucination. And I couldn't have been happier watching it. So
I never got the chance to watch it, but I will see if I can.
You got to correct that. It's phenomenal. Sam, we got one more of these Discord battles we got to get to.
This is from Matthew Dawson.
What's up, Matthew?
Who says Cecil versus Homelander. His stipulations on this. Cecil gets all of the tech he used against Omni-Man, laser rifle, teleporter with 8 charges, 3 reanime pods. Is that how that is? And
Animan, I think. Reaniman.
Yeah, Animan pods and the satellite beam. Sorry, I haven't seen a lot of Invincible. So
yeah, I've only seen the first season, and I know that's another. There's too much media right now. Can we slow down a little bit? It says, but I would argue Homelander versus Cecil. I would think that Cecil would bomb out Homelander, and Homelander would just fly away if things got a little too hot. And that's generally how Homelander fights. If he doesn't have a tremendous advantage, he just takes off. And
tantrum. Tantrum. That's his biggest skill.
The bonus run does say if Cecil had Stan Edgar's job at Vought, do you think he could have turned Homelander into an actual hero? No.
Ooh.
No
shot Homelander had any chance at all to be to be a good person. He's just too self-absorbed. He was too powerful. He killed too many people as a baby. I mean, like that'll mess with your head, to know that any person that you're talking to, you could just murder and they know it too. You can't grow up normal under those circumstances. Now, what they did to Homelander was terrible. I get that 100%. And that just made it worse. But otherwise, if you remember that old Twilight Zone episode with Billy Mooney. I was about to
mention that.
Yep. He would just be that, which is also terrible. Eve, tell me about that episode. I talk too much.
Oh, no. The Bill Mumy episode about the kid who sends people to the cornfield if they do anything even slightly that he doesn't enjoy or like, or just finds even just like, I don't want that. Just, boo. The image of the guy being turned into the Jack-in-the-Box and you just see his head on the spring back and forth. So creepy. Still to this day.
No, Twilight Zone got something going on,
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Jordan Peele was supposed to reboot that? Did that ever actually happen?
Yeah, he did.
Did those shows come out? I completely missed it. Oh, wow. Okay. I gotta get caught up.
I never feel it's not as good as when Rod Serling did it. Because you look at Night Gallery, which was his second series. Some of those are really, really potent as well.
I never checked that one out. Okay. Well, there we go. Let's just run it right into what we're watching because because it's right there. So first off, go check out old Twilight Zone. It's all on YouTube, and you got and my favorites. I'll say right now the Burgess Meredith episode. Obviously, that might be my all-time favorite. There's the episode with the guy who's been disfigured on the table of the operating room, and then there's always a big twist at the end.
Yeah,
and sometimes these twists are not very good. We only remember the real hard bangers, but there's always a twist, even if sometimes I just remember one that was about a well or something. It was like with cowboys. I don't know. Nobody remembers that one.
No, there was cowboys in a well. Cowboys trapped in a well.
It was not that
good.
That
wasn't a fever dream? All right. That's
very well could have been. Yes.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm watching Hacks. I wanted to make a reference right now. Happy Pride Month, everybody, to those who celebrate. Hacks is an absolutely wonderful show. It's on the final season. I've watched a few episodes of it. I still got a little ways to go. And I just love this show. I love this show. It's a comedy. It makes you feel something. You care about, and this is the crazy thing is for a show of its type, is I care about every single character, regardless of where they are on the card. The mid-carders, the headliners, the lower people. I care how everyone's doing, and I just want everyone to be okay. And none of these people are okay. And for those who don't know, it's a show about a Hollywood screenwriter who's like in her late 20s, who hasn't quite gotten the pull in Hollywood that she's wanted. She's had some success, but not really anything substantial to keep it moving. And she ends up landing a position as the head writer of this older female comic, kind of a Joan Rivers type, if you will, who's very, very famous all the world over. And she tours all the time. And it's about the friction of their relationship as sort of like a boomer with a millennial, and they're kind of doing that thing. And they're in season 5 right now as they've gone their ups and downs. And it's just, if you like Hollywood stuff, if you like female-driven stuff, you would probably really enjoy the show. Eve, I'm sure you've seen the heck out of this show.
I love it. I can't wait to dive into season 5. I wanted to wait until like it's all over so I could just power through every single episode. Like Paul S. Downs and Megan Statler are like just one of the most charming comedic couples you'll ever see on screen. Megan Statler, if you don't know, she is the prettiest girl in America, as per her new single. The words "buffet" I will never not shout. Also, I went to a legal accounting conference recently where they were serving branzino. I'm like, I've got the social media content filmed out with the like, so you're buying $48 branzino for nobody?
I was enraged at that scene. Yeah.
Yes, that was so real.
So real.
But it's like, it's one of those scenes like, I don't smoke, but it's what I imagine smoking feels like. Just watching it's like, yes, yes.
Oh my God. No, I felt her rage in that moment.
That was a give her all the awards for that.
Seriously.
Give it.
Sam, what else? What have you been watching?
Yeah, so whenever we do these, I like to start off with what the family's watching. We just had a bunch of birthdays. Like my both of my daughters and myself all have birthdays from end of April to end of May. And I was like, I think they're finally old enough to appreciate one of my favorite movies, something I've seen dozens and dozens of times. I used to watch this once or twice a year.
Dead Alive.
No. There's no way you would ever guess what this movie is because it's so, I think, out of character for just everything that we're doing. But it is Tom Hanks, Joe versus the Volcano.
Oh, okay.
Love that movie.
It is a fantastic movie. My wife watched it once. Yeah, 3 Meg Ryans, which is fantastic. She does a great job of being different versions of herself, which is literally the sort of gag to it. I feel like I can spoil this all the way. Movie's 30 years old at this point. It's got
more than that.
Like that. More
That's
than
right.
that.
Spoiler. It has Robert Stack.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really well done. It's really well crafted and written. It's I think one of only 2 movies and I'm blanking on the writer right now, but he also did
Moonstruck.
Was it Moonstruck? Yeah.
John Patrick Shanley.
Yeah, thank you. John Patrick Shanley. Yeah. It's so good. And it's just one of those movies where you go back and watch it and you see more. Like he's got all these little Easter eggs all over the place. And it's funny. It's like on the surface, it was put out there as like, it's a Tom Hanks, Meg Ryan rom-com, but it's anything but that. It is so much deeper and smarter than that whole concept. And my kids didn't get it. So they were like, really, this is what we're watching?
This is what's going to happen in 10 years when they have to buy luggage.
Yeah.
They'll think about,
yes.
Is this going to, can I float around the world on this luggage if need be?
Yeah. I was happy to see that this was my second time. My wife watched it with me and she really appreciated it the second time around. And I was like, there it is. That's the spark. I love it.
I love that. All right.
I just want to mention this really quick because it's the whole birthday thing, but we're also rewatching from start to finish all of Stranger Things, which again, rewatching that is a lot of fun. So I'll leave it with that.
Take that.
Yeah.
Well, Eve, what you got? What you been watching?
Well, I'm getting ready to watch Hacks. I just finished watching The Comeback season 3, which I think had one of the greatest jokes I've ever heard. And it's like, the great thing about Lisa Kudrow's comedy is it's so subtle that you're just sitting there like, oh, That's me during the whole thing. It's like, oh, one of the things I really appreciated, there's like this great scene in the last episode where like Bradley Whitford plays like an established writer, and like it's him, it's Adam Scott, it's Justin Theroux playing like these major Hollywood writers who bring in Lisa Kudrow. Was like, hey, you got a press conference coming up. Can you say something about AI taking the jobs of writers? Because like we're talking about over 100 people's jobs being on the line. And it's just like, there's like, you're worried about 100 people? 100 mediocre people? I mean, because let's be honest, there's some good writers out there. There's a whole lot of mediocrity. And for me, watching that as a woman who is of an older age, it's been a season full of like, the cringe is gone. It's just like, no, she's actually good at her job. If you watch this, she has a good heart. She cares about other people. She actually knows what makes a sitcom work. She gives people chances. Like, she's not afraid to keep trying, and just like, no, this time I got it. And she does. And for me to see that and just have her be okay with that, and like just standing in that, like, like, I'm not mediocre. I'm actually really good at what I have an Emmy. It's fine. It does something, because like you always wonder, it's like, am I enough? Am I enough? Do I need to be doing more? And you're like, yeah, I'm enough. I'm more than enough.
Absolutely.
It's a powerful moment. And unfortunately, I know what happens at the end of Hacks. I'm like, God damn it, Gene Smart, you couldn't just let Lisa Kudrow have this?
There you go.
And it's like, what? Julia Louis-Dreyfus is doing something this year? It's like, oh, great. Three-way tie for an Emmy, hopefully. That would be great. That's that's the thing I would watch.
Sometimes I'll ask my family, and I say, am I enough? And they'll just be like, you are way too much.
Yeah.
So I mean, at least I got that going for me. So here we go. Round two, really quick here. We'll do a little more of a lightning round for round two, what we're watching, because my kid really wanted to watch the Beast games. I know, Mr. Beast on Amazon Prime with his big old game show, millions and millions and millions of dollars and giant set pieces. And I'll be honest, I'm enjoying it more than I thought I was going to. I do enjoy some, especially in the later rounds, some of the people really screwing each other over, and it's just such an unfair game show. Brutally unfair game show. You could get eliminated very randomly and very much not your fault. But if you can embrace the unfairness of it, there's a lot of fun things to be had. And I just wanted to give it props, because I did not think, I thought, oh, it's gonna be so lame. And it actually like, especially the last like couple episodes I've seen, very, very good. We're down to the final 10 competitors, starting at 1,000. And you really get a lot of opportunities to get mad at people for making very selfish or very absurd decisions. Sure. I will say that.
Right.
I never feel older in my life when I hear anything Mr. Beast related, because I'm like, is he a person? Why does he have candy bars?
He's kind of a corporation come to life in many ways.
Yeah,
it's like if if Julius the Pringles guy was a person.
In a way, yes. Very talented man. I'll say.
Yeah, I mean,
built an entire empire.
He touches does amazingly. Yeah,
employs a lot of people. Has his fingers in a lot of pies. And
Has won at capitalism.
You don't want to hate someone for being successful.
Producing Battle Royale, though? It's like he's right on the edge, right? It's any minute now. People start getting shot. Is that
the most dangerous game? He's toyed. He's danced around it a few times. Let me say that.
If anyone's going to take us there, Tim.
Right.
So yeah, real quick, I have binging all of Daredevil Born Again. I just started like Thursday, got through the entire first season in like 2 days.
Wow.
And I'm a couple episodes into the second season, and I have to say that, I mean, I feel like the biggest problem Daredevil Born Again has is that The Boys just happened.
Right.
And I'm like, this would have been great if I hadn't seen that. Yeah, like this is like, yeah, you guys are doing good show, keep it up, guys. I mean, I like me some Vincent D'Onofrio. I'm almost sick of him at this point, but again, I have been binging a lot of it really quickly, so that might be on me. I don't want to tell him how to do his job, but
Consider your vehicle for watching the show. I do think binging it does take some of the magic away from it.
I think space it out a little. I just know that we're probably going to be turning off Disney really soon, Disney and Hulu really soon. So I was I want to get this done and maybe Punisher if I can, and then I'm out.
No, got to hold on for Vision Quest.
Look, I'm a Disney Plus lifer at this point. I'm just, I apologize to no one. I'm a fan of so many Disney things that they would have to literally take me out back my house and shoot me for me to cancel Disney Plus at this point. You know,
mine will be very, very quick. Watched Euphoria. Don't do it.
I've heard. I don't know anything about Euphoria. I should say I had somebody explain it to me very badly earlier this week. I do not really understand it. I don't know anything about it, and I'll just claim ignorance. But everything I'm seeing of people alluding to is that this last season has severely gone off the rails.
Yeah. But I will say it has Coleman Domingo, who I think is probably the coolest person who's ever existed in this world. So I'm probably watching the 4 seasons next, which somehow got a second season. How can you have a second season of the 4 seasons?
Because you need to build up to 4.
You get to 4.
Maybe.
I mean, it's obvious to me, Eve. I don't know what you're not getting.
It seems strange.
It was a Paul Simon. It was not a Paul Simon play. A Neil Simon play in 4 parts. And
those Paul Simon plays, though. Oof.
Yeah, you wouldn't want 4 seasons of a Paul Simon play. I'll tell you that right
Kodachrome.
Now. Oof. Yeah, that's a bridge over troubled water.
This whole season's silent. Anyway,
there it is. And there we go. And just real quick, thank you for watching my Elden Ring videos, those people who have. I actually, and this will just launch me straight into a plug right now. I went ahead and turned on my YouTube, deleted a bunch of the chaff out of it, and now I have an actual Ray Gaming YouTube channel that I just, over this last weekend, I just sort of quiet launched. It doesn't have a ton of views on it. It's you can find it at youtube.com/@GameWithRay2 because somebody else had Game with Ray and I was feeling very uncreative. I'd already made
Ray.
Yeah, and it's from like 9 years ago. He's a Christian performer who made like 2 videos and then stopped 9 years ago, but I can't get that domain. So make it make sense, YouTube. Anyway, Game with Ray 2, or look up my name or anything like that. It'll show up for you. But that's where you find it. I've made my first 5 Elden Ring videos, which up to this point have only been available on Patreon. I put them all up there. I want to put a bunch of shorts, Horror Slop, Final Girl. I'm going to put a bunch of this stuff on this channel. And even if it's just for me, just to have something just to have out there, that's great. But if you're interested in checking it out, by all means, at youtube.com/@Game with Ray 2. So that's where you're going to go ahead and find me there. We are going to do a movie night. I believe it's going to be this Friday. Stay tuned for more details. But we are going to be doing a movie night. It's either going to be Friday or Saturday of this week. So keep an eye on our Patreons. I don't know what we're going to be watching yet. If we get a bunch of reviews or a bunch of new members joining, it will be Low Rollers, the aforementioned Marbles movie. Otherwise, I'm going to find something weird. We're going to watch something real weird this week. Eve, if you want to join us, by all means, you're welcome to.
Maybe I have an education vacation coming up.
Okay, that's great. I don't know what that means, but yes.
Oh, basically, I'm just learning all the courses I can online. Okay, that I can't do because I'm a corporate slave.
I get it. Yep, it's hard. It's hard to learn when you have a big time job. Yeah.
Yep,
it's all true. And that'll take me into finally our next battle. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not going to tell you what the next battle is going to be. We will announce it next Monday. And the reason why is because the battle, I'm going to be fully transparent. We have one battle on the books right now. It has been recorded. It is ready to go. I want to run that battle 3 weeks from now instead of 1 week from now. But the battle that we have set up for next week potentially has not been recorded yet. And as I say this, I don't want to jinx it. Because if I tell you that battle's going to happen and then it falls through, because this has been a battle that's fallen through once already when we try to go to record it. I want this battle to be next week, but if it doesn't happen, we're going to have to fall back to the other one. And I don't want to put that pressure on anybody or the universe to screw us over. So just know that's what's going on. You will find out on Monday what the battle is for Tuesday. And I'm sorry for all you people on the Discord who do the early votes, but that's just going to be what happens. I'll let you all know maybe even Sunday night. when we put it together.
I mean, maybe we could just have Delvin Cox and Matthew Dawson come on and do a dramatic reading of a previous battle.
I mean, here's the deal. I'm all for that, but it's hard enough to get those two together to do their summer tournament matchups. Which, by the way, we will be dropping the first summer tournament matchup in 2 weeks. So look for that. The summer tournament officially will have started. And if you listen to this right now and you have a battle in the first round and you have not recorded it yet, it's time to reach out to me. Let's get these booked.
Before we close this out, along the lines of movie night, I just found that one of my favorite online board game websites, boardgamearena.com.
Good. To go
has, well, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's several. There's a lot of them.
Yeah. They have Zombicide 2 available as a game that you can play cooperatively anywhere, so we could all play a board game night in addition to doing a movie night at some point.
Love that idea.
And I know Ray plays that and I play it, so maybe we'll work that out.
I'm out of practice, but we can make it happen.
Yeah. I'll tell you what to do. Shoot the zombies, Ray.
Yes.
Stop hoarding all the guns.
I tend to wait till the very end of my turn, and then I open a door, and then I get flooded with zombies and killed. You shouldn't do that.
Don't search the room at the end of your turn. You do the thing first. Yeah. No,
Sam, I make bad choices.
Forget it. We'll play Yahtzee. That's it. We're going to close the book on this
Real
whole
quick,
thing.
Though, Eve, tell the people at home before we get out of here. Eve, tell the people at home where they can find you online and whatnot. Any shows coming up?
You can find me on any platform at Eve Esquire. That's Esquire, ESQUIRE. And coming up, I may have some things coming up. I really want to plan I really want to do just a pop-up after party for the Wishbone documentary that's coming out. Just randomly at a really great bar and just have it be for Wishbone.
Here for it. You tell us when, we'll tell everybody else.
All right. Maybe at the Tonga Hut.
Well, the Tonga Hut. I'm a fan of the Tonga Hut. Not going to lie.
Yeah.
That's fair. Anyway, Sam, sorry. I just wanted to make sure we got that in before we get out of here.
No, you totally got me. I totally jumped ahead.
All right,
that is it. We have closed the book on this battle. And if you have more thoughts on Boba Fett versus Teela, please join us over on the Discord and drop them in the episode wiki over there, if you will. Of course, make sure to join us on Patreon, patreon.com/whowouldwinmasters for all future polls and other fun stuff like the Game with Ray episodes and things of that nature, or go find his YouTube. And if you think you've got what it takes to step into the challenger's chair, record a 1-minute video demo of yourself, send it to us at whowouldwinmasters@gmail.com, which, by the way, Ray and I both look at. So sending an email for just one of us, we're both going to see it. But we might see you in a future episode facing off against Ray. Next week, we'll see whose battle is here. So I guess watch closely to the Instagram for that announcement. But for Who Would Win Masters, this is Sam Proof. And I do want to take a quick moment to thank all of our new Patreons, Nick Scheist and Jeff H. And a shout out to all of the awesome people who do support the show on Patreon. Ryan S., Dylan G., Chosen, Michael S., Matthew Dawson, Deshaun, Ollie Lowe, William Schmidt, Douglas R., Nathan78, Eric Hiding, Lord Moxford, Forbidden Mob, Lord Snurts, and Delvin Cox. We'll see you next time in the arena. Stay strong.